Getting into investing can feel totally overwhelming, right? You hear all these terms: stocks, ETFs, bonds. Where do you even begin? Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise. We'll follow the story of one beginner as he finally figures out what these 5 key things actually do. Explained simply. So, this is Ion. Super smart guy, works really hard, but when it comes to investing, he's completely and totally lost. I mean, you hear these words thrown around all the time, right? Stocks, ETFs, bonds, gold, Bitcoin. They just kind of blur together into this confusing financial soup. What do they even do? So, feeling that pressure to just do something, he does what a lot of us do. He just kind of picks one. And that decision, well, it's about to teach him a lesson that could honestly save you a ton of time and money. All right, so here's the big mistake. It's a classic one. Ion, scrolling on his phone, sees a chart that's just shooting for the moon, and he thinks, wow, that's investing. So he jumps in, no questions asked. And for the first day, he felt like a genius. But then, just 2 weeks later, that beautiful chart takes a nosedive. The panic hits him like a ton of bricks. And the very next day, he sells everything. He locks in a loss and just feels completely defeated. So, feeling pretty dumb about the whole thing, he tells a friend what happened. And his friend says something that just changes everything for him. He goes, "Bro, every asset has a job. You use the wrong tool." And that's it. That one little idea that these aren't just random things, they're tools for specific jobs, that was the light bulb moment. So his friend starts breaking it down. First up, the tools that are all about one thing: growth. And that's where we get into stocks and ETFs. Okay, so stocks. A stock is basically you owning a tiny slice of one single company. Now, if that company becomes the next big thing, yeah, you could do incredibly well, but, and this is a big but, if that one company stumbles, your money goes right down with it. It's concentrated. His friend put it this way, and I love this analogy. Owning one stock is like putting your entire financial future on one star basketball player. The upside is huge, sure, but one bad injury and it's game over. So if putting all your money on one player is super risky, what's the alternative? Well, this is where his friend introduces what he calls the beginner's cheat code. Instead of betting on one player, you can bet on the entire team. And that's the ETF. Yeah, the best way to think about an ETF is that it's just a basket. Instead of trying to pick the one winning company, you buy a basket that holds hundreds of them, all in one go. So if one company in that basket has a horrible year, it doesn't sink your whole portfolio. It's instant diversification. Okay, but here's the thing. Not every tool in the toolbox is a power drill designed for massive growth. Sometimes the job is just to build a solid, stable foundation. And for that, we have bonds and gold. His friend explained bonds like this. Think of them as you making a loan. You're lending money to a government or a big, stable company. In return, they promise to pay you back with a little extra interest. The goal here isn't to get rich, it's all about steadiness and predictability. And the analogy for bonds? Absolutely brilliant. He said they're like the shock absorbers in your car. They don't make the car go faster, right? But they stop you from crashing by smoothing out all those bumps in the road. That's what bonds do for a portfolio. All right, so what about gold? Gold is different. It's not a company. It's not making profits. Its job is something else entirely. Gold is basically financial insurance. It's what people often turn to when fear is high and trust in everything else is kind of low. So naturally, Ion asks, should I just put all my money in gold? And his friend's answer was perfect. He said, insurance is not a lifestyle, it's a seatbelt. Think about that. You don't plan your whole life around your seatbelt, but you are so glad it's there when you need it. That's gold. And that brings us to the last tool in the box, the modern digital wildcard that everyone's talking about: Bitcoin. So what is Bitcoin's job? Well, at its core, it's a digital asset with a limited supply. People like that it's global and easy to move around. But, and you knew there was a but coming, it is incredibly volatile. The price swings can be absolutely wild. And this is where the lesson really came full circle for Ion. His friend said, look, Bitcoin isn't just a financial test, it's an emotional test. And Ion immediately thought back to that panic he felt when he sold his first investment. He realized that an asset like Bitcoin, with its crazy swings, would have been an emotional nightmare for him without a solid plan. So, to bring it all home, his friend literally grabs a napkin and draws a simple map. He showed Ion that the secret isn't to find the best investment. The secret is to first figure out the job and then pick the right tool for it. And this is basically that map. It's super simple but so powerful. If your number one job is growth for the long haul, you're looking at stocks or ETFs. If you just want simplicity, ETFs are your best friend. Need that stability? That's a job for bonds. Protection against fear and uncertainty? That's gold's role. And if you're looking for that high-risk, high-potential play, well, that's Bitcoin. See how it works? You start with the job, then you pick the tool. So that brings the question back to you. I want you to forget all the noise for a second, what's trending, what some guru said, and just ask yourself, what is the number one job for your money right now? Is it growth? Do you need stability? Or are you looking for protection? Because if you don't answer that question first, you'll end up just like Ion at the beginning, reacting, panicking, and probably losing money. And of course, just remember, this is all to help you understand the concepts. It's not financial advice. The best investment you can ever make is learning this stuff for yourself. Thanks so much for watching.